Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's ice pad has Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's ice pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty.
Twenty teams descended upon Edmonton, Alberta at the Saville Community Sports Center. Playing the Saville Shootout with one goal in mind to end up being the winner. A very pleasant good evening to those of you in Canada and in North America, and to those of you watching in Hokkaido in Japan. Ohio gozaimasu. My name is Dave Schmel. I'm very happy to be with you here today for the championship finals of the Saville Shootout. This match is between Satsuki Fujisawa and Momoha Tabata. It is Fujisawa with a hammer here in the first end. They're throwing the yellow stones. Now, to those watching, don't get too crazy about it. I know about 7 words of Japanese, and I just used 2 of them. I did spend a week in Japan this year. I was very fortunate to be able to take a trip. And I did spend 2 days in Sapporo. I enjoyed it very much. Hokkaido was by far my favorite stop of the trip. Took a mountain bike ride and went to an onsen. It was truly lovely country there on Hokkaido. Here's a draw here by Sei Yamamoto. Sorry, Yami Suzuki. Here the draw undercover coming for Yamamoto. And that tells in nicely on the top of the button. So Fujisawa instantly calling for the run back to clear. And here's Nahira. This needs to come up if it's going to get them both. Going to just get the one. Sorry, Suzuki rather in that throw. Now it's Nahira. Trying to come and make contact, and that is just going to skitter on by everything. So a bit of an opening here for Fujisawa here in the first end. Try hitting. Build some separation in. Get the hit and a roll under cover. Very nicely done. They sit 2 under cover. Now try to run it back and open it up. On the one and gonna slide right on by. So Fujisawa looking now to split the rings. Cement a deuce. This one comes across. It's going to be fairly even up. And they sit 1, 2, and 3. So here's the first rock coming up for Tabata from Sapporo, Japan. Sapporo, a city of just under 2 million. the capital of Hokkaido Prefecture. And Ishikari Subprefecture. Stone's on the way, trying to remove this one here. And lie shot. Make the hit, but they do roll out of the house. So now Fujisawa. Looking to set that split of the house again. This one's a little bit light, so you got to get there. It does no good if it doesn't get on the rings. All right, it's there, but looks like you have a crosshouse double available here to limit the damage. If you stuff it, you might even be able to sit shot. So, Momoha Tabata trying to make this hit and roll. This is going to hang on the outside, it looks like. And will not remain in the rings. So it's a free draw for 3. Just needs a good piece of the 12-foot. Final stone of the first end. They don't want to touch it. Needs to settle on in. Suzuki and Yoshida. Watching it. Come on in. Settle. Needs to settle, settle, settle. And it will. It'll be a score of 1, 2, and 3 for Fujisawa here in the first end. 3 in the first for Fujisawa. We'll be back from Edmonton after this.
Gripper first.
Don't forget the brooms.
Yep, you got it. Yellow.
Come on up. Okay, well, what do you got? You got 1, you got 2, you got...
Just one more throw, please.
You make moments like these possible.
And we're back here in Edmonton. Second end. Fujisawa's hung 3 in the first. Tabata with the hammer with the red stones. Thank you very much for joining us here on Curling Zone. My name's Dave Schmel, and I'm happy to have this commentary here for you today. The center guard attempt from Fujisawa came into the rings. The corner guard is up from Tabata. Now here's Yoshido. Looking to swing one in there. Just needs to try to bury the line, and it won't bury. Tabata going to take this opportunity to clean house here, most likely. On it hard. Was not a takeout. I apologize. I misinterpreted. So we're going to have a second guard come up here. I think they were trying to wrap around. Here's the first stone from Suzuki. Will serve as a center guard. Here's the next shot on the way. Looking to do a delicate little tap and roll here. Gotta get past this guard first. You've done that now. Now work it over. And now roll under cover, but not too far. Ooh, I don't know if you want to skitter all the way out there. Good effort. That was a very tough ask. So here Fujisawa asking Suzuki to wrap another one in. Line looks pretty good. Gonna have to go for weight in a moment, I believe. It's gonna come right to the full 4 foot. Now Tabata should be able to get a couple go. I don't think all three go. Now indicating more of a tap shot approach. They're coming and they catch on the. Now, how many move? 1 and 2 out the side. Didn't quite get all the way out. So, Team Fujisawa is still in the driver's seat here. Likely going to play another one in, possibly tap theirs back just a hair. Working this one on its way down. It's going to find the top of the 12-foot in a pretty good spot. Now, Tabata's got to try to figure out what to do here to get out of this. Looks highly unlikely that they're going to be able to generate a multiple score. So more importantly now is to find a way to make sure you have a way to get your single point. Oh no, I am sad to hear Roland of the passing of James Earl Jones. There's a hit, and it's going to roll around. It needs to spin back to be helpful, and it does not. James Earl Jones, a voice that pretty much any announcer would die to have. May he rest in peace. Now, that's just going to wick on the guard, but that's really not a bad result. Yellow's still sitting 1, 2, and 4. Just a single stone sitting third shot for Tabata. So they're going to order up something good. Looks like we're just going to try to open up the front here and rearrange the furniture. Nahira being called upon to do that. We get one moving, we get two moving. Oh, just past the third, but certainly clears up the front and makes it much more accessible. So now just going to put the guard back, will Fujisawa. Keep that pressure applied. And that yellow is just about as perfect as an egg salad sandwich from Family Mart. So, Tabata has her work cut out for her here. I feel like at this point, the only answer is to open up the front again, try to make the double. You get really lucky, you might be able to catch the second shot stone. To Joe in the chat, they are, and also the fried chicken at Family Mart is legendary. Gonna take a little bit more of a downweight approach to this and try to draw to be shot this way. Gonna have to go to get there. You gotta drag it, ladies. Dig hard, dig deep. And you got there to be second shot, I presume. It's extremely close. Convenience stores here in the United States have nothing on the konbini in Japan. You can feed a family of 4 for 2,000 yen. Yeah, while I do this conversation, we have 7-Eleven here in the United States, and it is nothing compared to the 7-Elevens that you have in Japan. So much of a selection of quality foods, just the all the different rice balls in and of itself, the tempura that's there, the fried rice, all the sandwiches. We're lucky to have a 5-hour-old hot dog. Yeah, we're lucky to have a stale 5-hour-old hot dog, and the conbini are just absolutely amazing. I purchased tickets to a baseball game and was surprised to learn I had to go to the 7-Eleven to print out my ticket. And I did attend the Chiba Latte Marines. Unfortunately, for our viewers back there, they did that day defeat the Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters. But the baseball game was certainly something to be enjoyed. It was truly an experience I cherish. Score update from the men's final. It's 2-0 in favor of McDonald. That game in the second. Now, Fujisawa has settled on a shot as she delivers her last rock. So that center guard is there. Now, what can Tabata draw up here? It appears to be a double raise. Just to score 1. I don't know if I see anything more exotic to score 2. They're looking to see if that long angle will go to the shot stone, and it will. If you miss it, you're looking at giving up a steal. But you're looking at that right now, so you might as well try to score 2, I guess. The straight tap is somewhat easier, but it's not tremendously easier than the long angle raise. And they are really taking a good look to line this up. What do you guys think? All right. Looks like they're going to give a run at it. Final stone of the second end on the way. All right, we're close. Gotta get the angle right. It's starting to jump on you. Gotta get the angle right. Up over the top, and yes, you did make it. What a shot, oh my, oh my. That is 1 and 2 reds. Great shot by Momoha Tabata. And we'll be back in a moment from Edmonton.
Stronger agronomics, better returns, greater peace of mind from pre-seed to post-harvest. You can count on the Victory Canola program to keep you and your farm ahead of the curve. Grow with us at victorycanola.com.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You could throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Welcome back to Edmonton in the Saville Community Sports Center. It's the Women's Championship Final of the Saville Shootout here on Curling Zone Edmonton. I'm Dave Schmel, happy to have you with us here today. We just saw a great shot by Tabata with a clutch angle raise to keep her squad in the game. So it's a score of 3-2. Fujisawa has the hammer here in the third end. Two center guards are up for Tabata. Fujisawa looking to draw underneath. That draw is nice there. It's half buried under for Team Fujisawa. Now Tabata's thinking about coming around the other way. Working this one hard. hard right off the bat. Got a long way to go. Hard for line. You're going to get past the first guard. Yes. Past the second guard. Yes. No, just a little rub on it. It is shot stone for Fujisawa. Great effort by the brushers there. Now Fujisawa is going to open up these guards here. Street peel in the first one. Asking Yamamoto to come on down and take a look. Little team conference here. McEwen took 3 in the second. And now it's 3-2 in his favor on the men's side. Fujisawa's team is from Kitami, Japan, also on the island of Hokkaido. It has the highest onion and white flour bean production in Japan, and also known as the birthplace of scallop farming in the country. A city of 112,000. Gonna try to loop on around here and get on down to the shot rock and just move it just a hair. Could really use curling up just a little bit. Okay, that's not bad. They do appear to be seeing 2 right now. It is possible that that double is queued up. Hit the 1, 2, 3, and boom, boom, boom. That changes things. So now Tabata taking out the Fujisawa rock in the back. And thank you, Roland Sun, for that descriptor there. Hokkaido being the northernmost island is where curling is centered, mostly because it's the most wintry of the Japanese islands. Just as curling flourishes in our northern latitudes. This one is gonna wreck. It's not gonna get under. So, trying to throw the draw under cover here. Increase the level of pressure. This one just not taking the curl as much as the others. Will hang on out there. Now with 3 stones remaining in the end for Fujisawa, she does have an opportunity to build something here. Initially indicating rolling into the open, I would probably prefer rolling out. Under cover, rather. We'll see how this works out and how it plays out. This one is staying out wide. So that's going to make the hit, and the roll is going to skitter all the way out to the side of the 12-foot, so it's Tabata sitting too. We are going to attempt to draw under again. Keeping that pressure on. This one still has a lot of room to work to get there. Needs to go. You need to carry it, ladies. You need to carry it. Got to get it all the way down there. Now's the time to wrap underneath for sure, if you're Fujisawa. Try to get the old skips deuce. The question is, can you make a curl there? We've seen the last few kind of hang up. So Satsuki Fujisawa settles into the hack. Gonna try to draw one underneath and generate this skips deuce. Well, this certainly is curling. Can they get it past the guard? No, they can't. So, it's Tabata sitting 1 and 2. Going to try to draw one in herself. To get right to the top of the forefoot and make it very difficult for Fujisawa to score. This one appears to be hanging out there. Now it starts to cut. Now, how far under can you get it? Can you get it far enough under to make it difficult? That is pretty well buried. It's at least half under, so. With that said, Fujisawa may have to raise the one on the center line in order to score here. Can also play down weight and really tight on the guard. And hold on to it that way. You see. Nahira doing some stretching, staying loose in here in between. Looks like she's going to take a quick respite while we handle this. And it looks like the down weight hits the call here. So, Satsuki Fujisawa, it's a final stone of end number 3. Facing 3 shots against her. Here we go. It's jumping now, so we're gonna shift on in. Run it straight back. Can you move it far enough? No, you don't. It does cut things down. It's a steal 1 for Tabata. We're tied up at 3. After 3 here in Edmonton. We'll return in a moment.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's Ice Pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best brew in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
And we're back here in Edmonton. Championship finals of the Saville Shootout. We're tied up at 3 here after 3. Satsuki Fujisawa has the hammer here, playing end number 4. It's a beautiful day here in Edmonton, 19 degrees. And for our friends over in Hokkaido, it's 24 degrees in Sapporo. One thing's for sure, the action is hot here inside. Get the feeling that after that last end, both skips are happy to take a little bit of a breather and run up and down the ice here. Trading hits back and forth here. .34 in Yokohama. That's decidedly warmer. So from Tabata here, just trying to lob one up there. There we go. 22 and a half in Hakodate. And we're back on your hit parade. Hits keep on coming and coming, and here's another one. So as we work our way through this blank, Sapporo did host the 1972 Winter Olympics. They've hosted the Asian Winter Games 3 times in 86, 1990, and 2017. And, of course, is home to Sapporo beer with a special blend that is only available on the island of Hokkaido. So if you want it, hop on a plane, get over to Chitose Airport, and grab yourself a pint. Make that hit, and that roll is going to skitter on all the way out the back. Now, Fujisawa, that stone is still in play. Here's how you try to generate something sneakily. Try to draw on down right to that stone that's out of play. So this is a bit of a touch shot here for Yoshida. Not something that you practice too often. You want to come just down to it. You do not want to remove that stone that's hanging on in the back. This looks to be just a touch too heavy and narrow. It does slide all the way past. Now it looks like they're going to try the same thing themselves. Well, they got to go to school on it. That one a little bit short of the mark. Now Fujisawa's gonna get back in that red removal business. And we're well on the way to the blank end. He's been on the road to the blank end for the last 10 minutes. In fact, we are on cruise control to said blank end. No real scoring opportunities have been there for either side. Got to hurry to hold the line. All right, looks like it's got it no problem. Hit, and we'll just hold on to the back. So, final stone up coming for Fujisawa. Blank attempt underway. Looking to hit and roll out the shooter. The hit, and that is going to stick. The blank attempt fails, so it will be a single point scored by Fujisawa. Hang one for yellow. It's 4-3. Halfway through this game. We'll be back from Edmonton.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardlines Ice Pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
This is it. It all comes down to this rock. The hours in the gym, the weeks away from my family. This is what I've been training for. And all those voices trying to tear me down, I'm here to silence them. We've given everything we have for a chance to get everything we want.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardlines Ice Pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
And we're back here in Edmonton. Championship finals of the 2024 Saville Shootout. Some key shots were pivotal to the first part of the game here. A beautiful angle raise for two in the second end by Tabata. Got her up to 3-2. Oh, only up to 2, and then was able to tie the score, taking a steal in the third. And then there was a missed blank attempt by Fujisawa, resulting in the force, which leaves us here right now. A pleasant good day to you, and Ohio in Japan. My name is Dave Schmel. I'm happy that you're joining us here on Curling Stadium. I'd like to thank all the interaction from the fans in Japan. Overwhelming the amount of chat. I'm gonna have to learn my kanji. But most of my friends would say I don't necessarily have the best hold on the English yet. So the shot here from Yoshida fails to get past the guard. Peels everything open. Pretty clean house and a single stone oak in there right now. So Tabata will ask Nakajima to throw a draw. Just looking to split the rings here. Without any guards. It did leave an angle for a double takeout here. And that task will fall to Yumi Suzuki. That is coming in with a tremendous amount of force. And it just was a little bit inside and only got the single takeout. Now Tabata will try to increase the distance between those stones now. Make the next attempt at that tougher. In the men's championship, it's all tied up between McEwen and McDonald. I see where the broom is. They just want to have it even up without any angle. This is another double worth trying. It's not the best angle to make, but it's certainly there. So, Suzuki, who can clearly bring the weight. Let's see if she can bring the lightning as well. All right, this is going to hit and roll on over. Right over and frozen, dead frozen. Onto the red stone. That is a fabulous shot. Now with some weight, should be able to remove everything here. This is going to over curl. That yellow is not going to go anywhere. But it's all unlocked now. Does give the opportunity for Fujisawa to hit and roll over and put the force on. Fujisawa would love to get the force here because that would leave her team the hammer in the all-important 610. This is going to hit and stick. Well, they're dead even. So Tabata is going to try to group these rocks closer again. This line looks really nice. Hit it and roll it over. Bring it over nice and close. That's well done indeed. As much as Fujisawa would like to put the force on, that's how much Tabata would like to blank at this point. This one's got plenty of weight. Not going to get too much separation, though. Gonna get the 1 and get the 2, and we have a clean house. So we seem to be destined to get a blank here. Fujisawa's first is on the way. Gonna try put it all the way underneath the corner guard there. Now, I would think the opportunity here is to hit and roll underneath that far outside corner guard. Only chance to possibly generate a deuce here. Or if you want a blank, you can proceed with that plan. So this is going to hit and roll to the center. So it appears the plan is for the blank. So Fujisawa looking to make this hit. Roll someplace difficult to hit. That's going to hit and roll. Will it get all the way out? Oh, did that spin back on? I don't think so. So Fujisawa looking to make this hit. Roll someplace difficult to hit. That's going to hit and roll. Will it get all the way out? Oh, did that spin? God. Now back here looking live. In the interim there, the blank was completed. We'll move to the 6th. Be back in a moment.
Gripper first.
Don't forget your brooms.
Yep, we got it. Yellow.
Come on up. Okay, well, what do you got? You got 1, you got 2, yeah!
Just one more throw, please.
You make moments like these possible.
And we're back here in Edmonton. Championship finals of the Saville Shootout here at the Saville Community Sports Center. Beautiful 10-sheet curling facility on the campus of the University of Alberta. We had a blank in end number 5. The hammer remains with Tabata in end number 6. We have a center guard up for Fujisawa. Opening stone comes to the back 12. We have the first card up in the second draw for Team Fujisawa. Is not going to get fully buried, but it is half undercover, edge on edge here. So Tabata will have plenty of room to make that takeout, punch it out the back, and roll off to the side and lie 2. Over curl just a touch, and they did stuff it on the way by. So not 100% as intended. Going to leave a bit of an opening for Fujisawa to take control of the end here. Couple of options. She's looking one at the straight raise run back there. Those angles look pretty good. If you just hit nose or a touch off of it, you should get it. This is close. Gotta go, gotta hurry. Don't lose it. Got the one, and you're going to clip off the double. Well thrown rock. Now Tabata's going to look to return the favor here. They make that hit. You roll on over into the 8-foot. Here comes the run back attempt. Got to hold the line. You're going to be on the one, push it straight back onto the other. Oh, when you jam in the back, that's unlucky. That was unfortunate to catch that other one in the back on the way by. So Tabata might be able to get something going here. Hit this one and roll in line 2. Both teams would love to score here in the all-important 6-10. Taking a look at the angles there. And Fujisawa is going to loop everything around here. Got to work hard to wrap this one around the guard. Oh, you're past the first one, but you're going to wreck on the second one. It is still shot stone for Tabata. It appears to be Fujisawa for second. Very close there, but I do think it is yellow. So they're going to come on down and discuss this for a moment. It is Mike McEwen with a 6-4 lead. That game is playing in the 6th. Call a timeout, and the coach comes on out. So, if you're throwing red here, there's a few different things you can do. We have not seen the late finish in the rocks to get all the way around the outside there. One shot that I might like here is to maybe tap up the shot stone and sit two separately that way. It appears here they're going to try to draw all the way around everything. That could be nice for the tap as well. That does look very draw-friendly ISO. Could also be throwing a guard here. Not entirely out of the question. So this one has a long way to move. They can't touch it because it's got all kinds of weight. And that got into that fresh stuff out there. Sometimes you get to an area, especially because they haven't really flattened the pebble out there too much yet. That ran really, really keenly. I didn't get a time on it, but they knew it right off the hand that it wasn't good. So a bit of an opportunity here for Fujisawa. They're going to try to wrap the draw in. And you see how straight it's running because that is not a lot of ice. Only about 2.5 feet of ice. Looks like we're going to end up playing the tap here. Got to hurry to get past the guard. Oh, you didn't get past the guard. Picked it out of the way. And now the plot's going to thicken. Because it's shot stone there. Now you can hit that. It does appear to be second and third shot belonging to Fujisawa. For me right now, the hit and the roll down and under there is not a bad idea. Both teams realize that this is probably going to be the turning point of the game. So they're getting together to assess their options. So it does look like it's going to be the hit and roll in. This is my preferred call of the options. And here a stone is on the way. Need to get off of it. It's got a curl now. Take it. Take that roll. Get that roll underneath. You got there. But can it stay there? Right now, I feel if you hit the outside half of that yellow, the right side as we're looking at it, you're going to make both those reds go away and still be sitting shot stone. A nose hit probably won't do it. It does have to be on the angle somewhat. So that means that your shooter is likely going to leave the rings. There's the first stone away for Fujisawa. Coming with a good amount of pace. Got to catch the outside of that. You're going to make, oh, you hit it too far on the outside and did not get that one to go. That is going to flip the script and turn it upside down. This appears to be a fairly straightforward answer to me. You need to remove that stone. You're likely going to leave a double takeout back, but I think your 2 is pretty secure now. Just have to hit that yellow rock. Now, if you do this really nicely, you can kind of tap your own red back and make that double more difficult. But most importantly, task number 1, remove this yellow stone. Momoha Tabata. Gets that job done. And there you go. You did scatter those stones very, very nicely. That is a picture-perfect shot. Not the most difficult shot in curling, but execute it well. That could prove to be the turning point. So now Fujisawa left with a bevy of bad options. Most obvious would be to try to remove 2 stones. I'd actually remove those 2 on the right as we're looking at it. That way your shooter stands a chance of rolling under cover. That would be the absolute bingo. If you were to come with weight and be just off nose, it's possible to remove those 2, slash them off, and roll the shooter underneath cover. That is one tricky curling shot, but it is certainly there. I think that's what you had to try. And with the broom placement, I think that's the call. So, Fujisawa, final rock for her, and then number 6. This needs to curl just a hair. It's really close. Got to get the one, other one over, touch them all, but you're under cover. That is fantastic curling shot there out of Satsuki Fujisawa. My, oh my. And without hesitation, the curling shot, but it is certainly there. I think that's what you had to try. And with the broom placement, I think that's the call. So, Fujisawa, final rock for her, and then number 6. This needs to curl just a hair. It's really close. Got to get the one, other one over, touch them all. Almost made the triple, but most importantly, that beautiful roll under cover. So forcing the draw to the forefoot, and you got to get there. Don't ever leave it light. Talk about turning points. You got to get this one here, ladies. You got to go. You got to drag it, and it's not going to get there. It's a steal 1 for Fujisawa here in the 6th. And that'll make the score 5-3 with just 2 ends left in regulation. We'll be back from Edmonton after this. Hang on to your hats, guys.
Stronger agronomics, better returns, greater peace of mind. From pre-seed to post-harvest, you can count on the Victory Canola program to keep you and your farm ahead of the curve. Grow with us at victorycanola.com.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You could throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
And we're back here in Edmonton for end number 7 of the championship finals of the Saville Shootout. Happy to have you here with us. I'm Dave Schmel, and we're being treated to a great game here between Satsuki Fujisawa and Momoha Tabata. It was just a Huge steal 2 for Fujisawa. Sorry, steal 1 rather. And they lead it 5-3 coming home. It's $6,000 to the winner, $4,000 to second here. And it's been well worth the price of admission to watch. So, the corner guard goes up. Fujisawa calls the first one directly in the house. Here's Yoshida with her second. It's going to be a guard. Does cover it up. It's a long guard. Now here's Nakajima. They need to throw another guard or get one underneath here. Absolutely must score here. Ideally, you want to stack a guard and have 2 there. Leave yourself something to work with. And that is what's done. Fujisawa drawing another one underneath cover here. It's going to come right on down, just in front of the first one. Well placed. Now, it is time to address it. Could make a case for throwing a draw and being a little bit more patient. Opening things up will allow Fujisawa to do the same. Did remove shot stone there. They're going to lay the guard back up here. Slightly surprised it didn't work to peel out those guards. All those red guards are going to be what gives Tabata opportunity later on the end. And that's exactly what I was talking about. Laying that guard up allows Tabata to put one in powerful position. So the two teams from Hokkaido are continuing to duke it out here, and Fujisawa is going to try to return the favor with a draw. I don't know about you, but after this long game, I could go for a nice bowl of miso buttercorn ramen, a Hokkaido specialty. This one comes on in. It's going to settle around the guard, around the shot stone. Don't know if that was particularly the intended outcome. I'll tell you, my week in Japan, the miso buttercorn ramen that I had from the basement of a shopping mall in Pole Town was possibly the best meal I had. That and some hand-cut soba noodles close to the National Sumo Stadium in Tokyo. Tell you that corn butter ramen just melts in your mouth. It's like absolute velvet. So now back to more important things at the moment. Tabata trying to ease one in here, trying to generate some offense. The last two ends, every time they thought they had something going, it went away. Now, this is going to be a nice tap and raise right to the corner of the button. And now they lie shot. Now, a couple of things to do here. If you're Fujisawa, she's electing to just draw in, I believe, past everything. Also could run back your own and open things up some. That's not a bad idea right now. Roland Sun, I had a very nice kaiseki meal at Kinozaki Onsen, but did not have ryori. This one works on an over. Oh, boy. That got just enough of a roll and went just far enough to really get in the way there. So it's still Tabata sitting shot, but it's a lonely rock, and it is surrounded by opponents. That was super nice. So now It's going to be the tap, tap, tap for Team Tabata. I'm upset that I missed that alliteration for so long. Saki was absolutely gorgeous. Here comes this shot. Gonna have to... I'd be sweeping it to hold the line pretty soon. There's the tap. Oh, another beautiful tap. We are tap, tap, tapping away. That'll be the tap, tap, tap for Team Tabata. I'm upset that I missed that alliteration for so long. Saki was absolutely gorgeous. Here comes this shot. Gonna have to... I'd be sweeping it to hold the line pretty soon. There's the tap. Oh, another beautiful tap. Angle to the one behind. Very well executed. So, definitely a lot for Team Fujisawa to have to worry about here. Still a very viable option is to open things up some. I wouldn't mind drawing another one in, probably on top of the stone that was just thrown. Give you something you could use later. You could attack by driving the wrong color in, by driving the red that's on the center line. Here's the timeout called. That's J.D. Lang there, their coach. Definitely not an easy spot to be in. For me, the angles are the best to run the red off the center line into the yellow, because you could probably remove both of the other reds. Obviously, there's danger there, but this draw shot is also pretty good because it gives you another stone in front of the pile that you can push back. And if you put one there, it's one that red cannot. So let's see how this plays out. Fujisawa with her first here in the 7th. All right, we're past the guard. Don't want to move yours too much. Okay. Still 1-2 for Tabata. Things didn't get any better for Fujisawa there. That stone went too far. It's not really going to be usable, very likely. Now, they've already used their timeout. Very interesting to see what we're going to do here. There's almost never anything wrong with throwing another one in. Now, the key is you need to not disturb that yellow that's on the top of the forefoot. Only way you could do that safely is by throwing more of an upweight shot off your own. Here's the first skip stone. And number 7. Looks like the draw is the call, and coming on in. Can they drag it deep enough? How far will they pull it? It's going to stay right there. Does block up the works. They concur that it is 2 red currently. Pretty sure they do. Now they're thinking maybe it's the other one. Right now, to me, that's a distinction without a difference. And I see some broom pointing there. If you could ever make that go, but I don't. The problem is you can eject the one off the button, but you're certainly going to leave red counting and wide open, and possibly with access for more than 2. Can make a very good case for throwing a guard here and taking the hammer home tied. Because there's just so much going on right now, and those 2 reds there on the top of the 8-foot, they are just missiles waiting to be fired in. And any flinch, and Tabata's already shown her ability to make that precision angle tap and angle raise. So with that said, maybe even killing that outside red that we see in the left, right there, they just touched it and looked at it, and moving in might be the best course of action. The only way to get to the yellow on the forefoot would be to use either the center guard or that red on the 4-foot line, but that's going to leave it wide open for a counter shot where there's a lot of backing, so you'd have some room to throw some weight and let things flop around a little bit. Don't think that's a risk you want to take. I think realizing that they got you for 2 is a good idea here. So the shot I like is to... We do believe that red is sitting 2 right now. Both teams seem to think that. Extremely, extremely close. Both teams have looked at it several times, but I think they are rightly concerned about Tabata's ability to make these taps. They've made a decision. Here's Fujisawa with her final stone at end number 7. On it, right out of hand. Right out of hand. This is tight and narrow. Gotta hang on. Gotta hang on. Split them both up and over, and there you, that's how you sit shot. So that's there, but there's a return shot back for 2 pretty easily here. In fact, it could be for 3. Let me explain to you what I see here. If you were to strike, here's Fujisawa with her final stone at end number 7. On it, right out of hand. Right out of hand. This is tight and narrow. Gotta hang on. Gotta hang on. Split them both up and over, and there you, that's how you sit shot. So that's there, but shot, it does leave them sitting 1. But here's one way to make 2. Just run your red straight back. If you do it just right and catch your own, you can make 3 happen here. So a nose hit for 2. A little shake and shimmy for 3 possibly. Final stone on the way. And that rack comes down. And that was a very unfortunate time. That was a very unfortunate time for our stream to crash.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's Ice Pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline, join the revolution.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
We're back here in Edmonton for end number 8. We had some technical difficulties there. Sumimasen. I did bow to you all. Very sorry for that difficulty. We're trying to get everything back up and running. It is the 8th end to play. So we definitely had a score for Tabata, as they threw first. Do not know how many, unfortunately. Waiting for the score to be posted by the teams. We'll let you know the score just as soon as we do. But it's safe to say that Team Tabata needs to steal here in the 8th end. They do sit 1-2. And there it is. It's a single point. So there we go. 5-4 is the score. So Tabata will need to steal to stay in the game and force an extra. So now they're going to try to come to a plan. Timeouts called. Apparently they get 2 timeouts. Here come out the coaches. So they have to figure out how they're going to build in a steal here. Fujisawa has the hammer with the throwing the yellow stones. And Joe, rules recently have allowed everyone to have both coaches come onto the ice. So if one team takes a timeout, the other coach gets to come out and consult. But only the team calling the timeout gets to come all the way out on the ice. So here comes the stone for Tabata. Say Yamamoto will be on the delivery. It's away. So it's another guard coming up. Certainly need many, many, many guards when you're trying to steal. A score update from the men's side. Magic Mike McEwen has an 8-5 lead right now, playing the 8th end. Now it's time to do some removal, and Suzuki is good at that. She's going to get 1. And does she get 2? It's a nice double peel. Clear guard well off to the side. A nice shot by Suzuki. Time to put another guard up. Needs to come on over for line now. Gotta walk it over. Can't leave that top red exposed. Should be good enough for just to call the straight peel here. Kitami Yoshida actually is going to take the double on, it looks like. Could also be ice for a straight peel. Now the double is what's on order. And 1 and 2, and very importantly, it releases it off that back stone. So, a well-executed shot, but time to throw yet another guard. Really, the way it's lined up, I know it's a very long guard, but been running particularly straight along there. So, a draw down is not necessarily uncalled for. You can afford to come all the way down to the shot stone without really harming anything. So, Nahira gonna try to bring this one around the outside. Around the outside, around the outside. Going to end up being a good guard. So for Team Fujisawa, I think the course is to throw the double peel off the high guards, open things all the way up. You do have hammer, and I'd like to get another draw path right now because this way I'm going to have more than one option available to me in the end. You still have time to do this cleanup. It does look like they've settled on the draw here. Trying to get there first. Roland Son, I was waiting for you to chime in on this. This one has to hustle past the guard. They're past the first. You're past the second, are you? Oh, it just wicks it just a little bit. You're sitting shot, but oh boy. Not exactly ideal. Suboptimal at best. So you clearly have to address this. I do think you just hit it and roll on top of your own. Don't see any other shot worth taking. That does appear to be what the broom is for. It's going to have to be, about hack weight. And here's that first stone on the way. This has got to move. Now it starts to take the curl. Now you got to go. You got to get across the face. You got to get across the face. Oh, and you leave it right there. Now they're indicating the hit and roll. I certainly think you could slash off both of these reds with this stone. I think half a rock and that goes all day. And that, even if it jams in the back, you're going to end up with likely the Tabata will be forced to draw to the 4-foot undercover, and you'll have the full 4 to go to for the win. Here comes the coach, J.D. Lind, the coach, making his way out. If JD's their coach, perhaps they should seek sponsorship from Jack Daniels. I see those products available in the Family Marts and 7-Elevens. Roll and I do it. That's not a bad outcome. A little hit and roll. I really don't mind firing away at this either, though. Hit and roll seems to be the call. Taking ice for just the smallest of rolls, and so only like back 8-foot weight by where the broom placement is, maybe back 12. And we do have a final on the men's side. It is Mike McEwen taking the win. So congratulations to Team McEwen on their victory. But we still have some business to get done here. Satsuki Fujisawa gonna try a hit a delicate roll onto the inside. This needs to curl. They're going to try and work it over. Got to get across the center line and across the face. There's the hit, the tap, little rollover. Not a big one. Well, let's break this one down. There's multiple options. The first one is to just take this stone out. You have to ride very close to those guards, but you should be able to follow that same track on down there. That looks to be the best option at the moment. Yep, just kind of push that one right back kind of through that hole. It's important, though, to make sure it goes far enough, because by doing that, you're only going to be in the top four and the back four, but the advantage is you will be making Fujisawa throw against a loss if he can make that shot. Highly difficult, but you might be able to draw around the right side as we're looking at it and roll off your own onto the side of the button, but that leaves a relatively straightforward tap back. So ultimately, it looks like this is what we have to do. You have to throw a nice, delicate, gentle weight. Follow it down the track, right along the edge of those red guards, and punch that yellow through that gap. A delicate, delicate shot indeed. Gonna need the precision of a surgeon. And let's take another look at it. That's what it has to be. And remember, Fujisawa is winning by one, so you do need to be shot after this rock. It is going to have to be that delicate little shot. And just push it there now. She's shown her skill set on this earlier in the game. The skipper's going to have to dig deep and get one here now. silence. Moving it just a fraction of a centimeter in. And the stone's on the way. Tabata and the team from Sapporo. They need to make this takeout. Gonna be tight to each guard. On him. We got to get tight to the first one. Now you need to get past the second one as well. Can you get past it? And now will you push it through? Yes, you will. And you lie 3. What a fantastic curling shot. My, oh my. A fraction of a centimeter in. And the stone's on the way. Tabata and the team from gonna be tight to each guard. On him. We got to get tight to the first one. Now you need to get past the second one as well. Can you get past it? And now will you push it through? Yes, you will. And you lie 3. Guiding it all the way. Fantastic shot. So now, Fujisawa will have to draw for 1 for the win. Facing a loss. Final stone. And number 8. It's coming down. You got to be there. Can't wreck. Can't wreck. Oh, my goodness. You can't wreck on this. You got to get there. You got to get there if it's ever going to be there. You got to hit off the one. You roll and you spin. And you did not get it. And it will be a steal, a 3, and a win for the team from Sapporo, Japan. What a fabulous finish. And they are the winners of the 2024 Saville Shootout. Congratulations to Momoha Tabata, Miku Nahira, Sei Yamamoto, and Migota Nakajima. You can look at a couple key spots where this game really took a turn. You had that angle raised by Tabata in the second for 2. That steal in the third. And then Fujisawa was not done yet. Had that huge double and roll in the 6th to get a steal. And then that precision, absolute precision downweight shot to thread not 1, not 2, but 3 needles to force the draw, which was not there for Fujisawa. And that was a hard-fought and well-earned victory. So, from Edmonton, Alberta, thank you for all of you for tuning in. For Ryan, Jacques, my engineer, I'm Dave Schmel. Sayonara and have a pleasant evening.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's ice pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best brew in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.